Okay. I'll just ask mine. We talked at the beginning of camp a little bit about, doing just position coaching on offense, basically what it was going to be like to have Coach Johns doing quarterbacks and receivers. How's that worked out, halfway through the spring? What's that dynamic been?
Well, I think we're lucky. Our GA, Carter Whitson, played receiver for us at Oklahoma, so knows our system, knows things. So even though he's at GA, he complements some receivers. Once in a while, I'm part of it a little bit. But the real deal, those guys are meeting together, trying to talk about when he's throwing it on time. So we get a little spread thin and individual. And myself and Coach Whitson kind of cover it up to help out. Whether Kevin, sometimes, for example, if we're working on the run game, he'll go through receivers, and I'll help the quarterbacks on just some footwork and handoffs. If we're working on the pass game, then of course he would be with those guys with Carter. So we spread around a little bit. We meet together. I think it's going pretty good, but time will tell as we move forward. You'd ask him, it's probably a little taxing. It takes a little bit more time because there's two different views. He's got and so that being said, last couple meetings I've been a part of their meeting, kind of doing some quarterback talking, let him talk receivers. But the key to is trying to get those two guys in sync. And it might be a little bit of workload for him now, but I think he'll do well, and Carter's a great compliment. He's a good young coach.
Are you seeing results from having them in the same meeting room? Can you tell a difference in timing or anything like that?
Yeah, well, timing's good. We still drop as many passes as ever, so that's no good. So that's why we're doing all this extra stuff here to see if we can catch a ball. So because we need to throw it at a higher level, and I think, we're in our world, we're getting 5, 6, 7, 8 drops. And we got you'll drop once in a while, but we're dropping too much, so we got to get that cleaned up. So we'll see as we move forward. But again, to me, the timing, I don't think receivers understand too. It's timing and protection. How long can that? You've got so long to show open because the quarterback's got to go through a progression. You're going to have speed to get in certain places, so it spaces out, and it's still a work in progress. But it's better than it was. But we got a lot of work to do. And the key thing will be, when we finish in a week with 4 more practices, can they continue to really invest and grow in the summer, because they can get a lot better on their own through the summer period.
Go ahead. I was going to say, what do you like about just him working with quarterbacks so far? How much have you seen progress and stuff like that just from what he's been able to do with those two guys?
I don't know. If we're progressing on a whole lot just because you're practicing. But I do think he's got a great demeanor. He's very smart, intelligent. I think he played the spot, so I think he's got a good handle for them. I think the kids like him and all that. So the real deal is just there's a little bit of workload for him doing both spots, whether it be in film evaluation, meeting time, on the field time. That's where myself and Carter try to complement. And I think it's a positive. I think Kevin's got a great demeanor, and it's no disrespect because I think Rod Smith's a great quarterback coach we lost. I think Kevin's will do a tremendous job for us.
We've asked you a lot about quarterbacks and receivers in the spring, but the running backs, how are they approaching the spring maybe differently this year than they did last year?
Well, for example, in the pass game, we're trying to get all the swing plays like sweeps, and the quarterback's ability to put the ball here in front versus right here 6 inches, and I turn my shoulders, and it's enough just to get me a little bit out of balance where I lose momentum versus out in front where I'm behind my pads, and now 3 yards or 5 versus momentum slowing me up in 3 yards or 3. So there's a lot of things we're trying to get our backs in protection, our backs understanding spacing and where they go on routes and just not running around, that they understand how to attack defenders, how to catch the ball, and them and the quarterbacks getting in time. So, I think we've ran the ball okay in scrimmages. We haven't, we're doing a lot of our bone work. We're doing eye formation every practice because our defense needs the eye in the Big Ten. We need the bone work getting ready for Navy. So we're getting a lot of run work there. When our offense goes together, we do some running, but we get into a lot of passing to work on protection and timing.
When you're working on the wishbone, how does that benefit the running backs for your regular offense?
I don't know if of course, running and making the cuts deal, I don't know if that is maybe as big a benefit as it is made for the receivers and the linemen on pad level and being aggressive and blocking and all that deal. So to me, you're running a dive right, you're running a zone right, and you're reading a defender, making a cut, and it's a handoff, and it's ball security and behind your pads. The exactness of the run play is a little different. So I don't know if that helps them. Running the ball is running the ball. Where I think that bone period is helping your offense, how to play lower, how to get cut blocks and guys on the field, and how to play with a little bit more physicality. Same deal defensively. Our defense every day, we're doing a segment of I formation plays every day. You're going to see that in the Big Ten. Right now we'll decide how big it becomes of our offense, but if it's not a big part, our defense has got to get ready for it. So we're using an I period, we're using a bone period to just work on blocking fundamentals and running fundamentals, and that's not going to hurt our run attack.
Yeah, it's going to make them more flexible in the long run as well, I assume.
Maybe flexible, but if nothing else, our defense needs it, 1. Then 2, with the time frame we have, because that's so much of our run game, Then we're running one-back plays. We're probably spending more time trying to work on our timing and passing and protection instead of running a bunch of one-back runs. Because if we're not careful, we skew the practice and run. So we're just using the mentality and the base fundamentals of I formation and wishbone to help the offense or help the defense in a physical mindset, and then complement the rest of the team with some passing protection to try to complete what we do. We'll be in a game week practice will be much different for the offense than right now, because we're going 20, 30 minutes a day of working on attitude and trying to help the defense. Yeah. And we're using it as an offensive attitude set.
You talked about having guys hit people smart. Are they following through with that? Have you stayed relatively healthy?
Yeah, but every once in a while I see a guy, backside block, like, hey, that's nice, but did you, or a guy coming in diving low to make a tackle. I'd prefer to stay up high, just because once in a while you could catch an ankle. But we are in better shape. We are stronger. We are playing a little harder. We are playing more physical, and I think all of that's keeping us healthy. And knock on wood, with 3 to go, we need to stay healthy down the stretch. 40.